Oh yeah, and yes, Sprawl and I have been talking about Ben's experiences fighting the not really optional, but the town event boss of Vivolf, and so made him a kill him once boss that hampers the ability to experiment with him. There's Ashley and Leon. Yep, Resident Evil 4 returns. I thought I had done some experimenting with overclocking our graphics card. It seems like it hasn't quite fixed all the problems though. So a little bit of slowdown. You can see here we have Ada from the other profile, and we have another pawn. We got a sorcerer from him, and we're going to get our group ready. So I grabbed some new pawns. I did a little bit of running around, and we're trying to pick up right from where we left off. I got enough discipline points with Ashley to pick up a sinew, which will finally let her move around in the heavy armor, which everybody's been waiting for. So we also know where's the red dress. There is not a red dress available at this level, unfortunately. We had to get a green one for now, but we will have a red dress for her later. For all the times I've been killed by big creatures, I think aggression, I say get out of that. We're just going to stick with sinew for now. And go back up here. And I believe what I wanted was the hindsight slash. You get some invincibility frames with it, and actually gets a little bit stronger if you use it that way. So a very handy move as a fighter. And I think that's probably all I'm going to use for now to save my points later. The green dress. Hey, Drakenel. When anyone who's red-green colorblind, it will see them red. There we go. We're going to grab Deflect, because that's useful for, I believe, anything with shields or magic shields. This is useful for more than just being a fighter. So we're going to grab Deflect, and if we ever make her a magic knight, we'd want these two. So let's grab that for now. All right. For Leon, we're going to be leaving him as a warrior for now to try to get him the augment that will give him more strength, which will be good whenever we turn him into a ranger. So we're going to learn some stuff with him. Any new augments? No. Might as well get him these. And let's see. Yeah, Exodus Slash, we want that. And then, how about... Yeah, I don't think any of that stuff's really that useful for pawns. They just don't use it very intelligently. Yeah, that looks good. Sure. We have points to burn. Alright, so we want to use... Exodus is good. Whirlwind, we want Corona instead. Pommel, still good. And do we have everything there? We do. Sinew. Finally, we can have Ashley running around in her heavy armor. And hindsight slash. All right. If I heard of Beam, yes, yes, Slur was here a couple days ago, preaching the gospel of Beam.pro, and I will definitely check it out. You know, we're still small enough on Twitch that it might not be too much of a concern to switch yet. So you can see that what Sinew does is it gives 20 kilos or whatever the unit is to your default, to your light armor, to your very light rating, and the rest of it goes from there. So it is very useful for getting light characters to carry more stuff. And I had her helmet taken off for when we were running around in town. But that's what it looks like normally. Speaking of, hey! Is it nighttime now, or is it... I think it is approaching dawn. So it'll be a good time to head out to the water castle, or the water temple. So this is our next mission. We have the Watergod's Altar. I also grabbed a couple more generic quests from the board. This is one we're heading to first. We had the chat voted on that last time, whether to do the catacombs or the water temple, and that's the one that won. There's such a thing as nighttime. There is in this game. It's got a proper day-night cycle where it gets absurdly dark in at night. Yeah, this is definitely approaching dawn instead. And at a certain point in the worm hunt, once you leave Grand Soren from the front gate, it triggers this event where a bunch of goblins are attacking a caravan. So we want to get in there and help them out. So we'll equip, get her hat back on. Oh, I don't have the ring to improve Blink Strike. That's okay. There we go. These are basic goblins, not too much of a threat to us at this point. I keep wanting to hit the button to lock on like in Dark Souls. The games are just similar enough to throw me off every time. There he is. Yeah, and here's the fun. We get to find out there's a griffin that's been attacking the caravans. So, in a really cool bit of the elemental rock, paper, scissors stuff, griffins do not like their wings getting burned. Feathers are quite flammable. So we're going to grab some of this stuff we used earlier. And miss. And is that all he has time for? Yep, that's all he has time for. Griffins are pretty cowardly in this game. There are a couple scripted fights with them, and you can kill them if you're strong enough and you burn their wings quickly enough, but otherwise they'll run away as soon as they start taking damage. The game kind of implies this is the same griffin as the one we run into for an actual mission later, because it's flying off toward the same place, but you can kill this one and the other one still appears, so... Hey John. Drakenel says that he remembers blowing about 4 wake stones, reviving the soldiers here, and they don't say anything. Yeah, basically, there are a couple of generic soldiers that are stationed at, I want to say, from the encampment. And they can die fighting the Hydra, they can die fighting here, and I think some of them are even the same ones that can die fighting the Griffin later. But they're all the same guys. They respawn in 7 days, and all they're good for is... doing the escort missions later on. That's quite the pile of goblins here. I guess the idea is if you lure the griffin this far north, you have them to deal with. But yeah, mostly what I did in between streams is I killed a bunch of wildlife and some goblins near Castardus to get some more. I zoom in on Goblin Loincloth there. But I zoom in I did some, got some discipline points and some gold bags. And so that's why I'm kind of back up on cash. So, kind of try to leave the grinding off camera. Well, not really grinding per se, it's just something to kind of give us more options with the kind of format we've got. There we go. Yeah, I try to keep these streams moving as fast-paced as possible. Likewise, you can actually go and explore over there, too. We'll be doing that. That was unnecessary. We'll be doing that later. Let's go get a look at Ada. While we're doing that. Yeah, and what had made her a mage, a nice useful class. yeah. If we actually had an Ada show up, show up as a generic pawn name earlier, but I've never seen any Luises or Salazars around. Yeah, I ended up. I think I actually am going to, with Ben's profile, have like some Resident Evil references. Like we have an Ada for now, and next time I do this one, I'll probably make a Mendez maybe. Part of the problem is that you don't get the ability, you don't get the item that lets you freely customize a pawn until you beat the game, and I haven't had the time to go do that. Nice, lots of gold. Okay. And is that all of them? That's all of them. Not a whole lot of fighters can contribute to dealing with harpies anyway. So. Yeah, not quite high enough, I don't... Yeah, it's not quite high enough. The skills are supposed to be for fighting aerial enemies, but they just don't go anywhere near Close enough. And Leon is being a beast with that hammer. Hunt again for a mage pawn. There's a thought. There are some glasses you can buy too, with rift crystals. Okay. There's that boulder again. Yeah, there's not much fighters can do for these fights. There we go. Oh, that was all the harpies we needed. Let's see who gets hit by the boulder. Alright, Adonis. Oh, it looks like... I think that... Is that it? I think that's it. Yeah. Well done, team. You completed your QTE successfully. Yeah, that's true. Drakenel says you can use the taunt skills to try to lure flying enemies into a derp range. Yeah, I tend not to use those. Actually, I do have shield summons. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, I tend not to use those because I find them a little too... the aggro mechanic is just more trouble than it's worth. But it is true for enemies like this that it actually can be useful. You can also use the huge AoE on these barrels too. Oh, I wonder if they've actually got somebody in there. Yeah, yeah. There are scenes with these cages that sometimes when you get close, there'll be an NPC in them. Okay. That should probably do. Alright. Oh, we got someone down here. Oh, Leon got put to sleep. Help him up. I'm pretty sure I grabbed the ring that increased the sleep resistance, but you can see it didn't go up to 100%, as I still got put to sleep by that one harpy. Leon, yeah, no resistance means they tend to just fall asleep immediately. If you're not careful, they can die. Oh, yeah, we got another one here. There we go. Let's just grab that. And... it didn't quite work. Let's see, did they get that one? Yeah, they did. Go team. Nice. Yeah, pawns tend to be really good on those jump attacks. That's why I made sure to give Leon eminence. But we are good people. Yeah, there's only a cage up there if somebody's in it. Okay. Yeah, some places the cage is there, but sometimes it's empty. And there just isn't somebody in there. What's funny is that there are only a handful of NPCs that can be drawn to be in cages. It's like it's their lot in life to be put in cages by monsters. Sproul is asking how short can we make people in Dragon's Dogma? Can we get to Salazar short? I don't know how officially tall he is, but yeah, you can get people as short as the goblins we just fought. And there are, yeah, in the Shadow Fort, there are some tunnels that you have to be minimum height to get into. And I want to say it's 145 centimeters, for men anyway. Women are going to be a little bit shorter than that. Let's tag the Rift Crystal and get our pawns healed up. White Castle. Oh, also, I see the waveform's pretty low on volume. Let me make sure I've got that up, because I think I turned... No, I did have it up, okay. I'll just bump that up in OBS a bit then. There we go. I know Dragon's Dogma, for some reason, just really quiet compared to some other games. Okay. So you can see from the orange circle, we're getting pretty close. And there is a spot, we'll pull up the map and take a look, but there is a path split here, both of which kind of go up into the mountains. And it's pretty cool. Let's hit the optional route first. I think there's just some goblins there and stuff. Oh, actually, I think this is just... Oh, it is its own little side area. Okay. Let's do a plunging attack. Any advantage to being a giant? You get to carry more stuff, right? The amount of weight you can carry is purely based on your character size. And this goes to... Okay, that loops around to meet up there. Interesting. Okay. It should be safe to slide down. There we go. Well, look at all the giant gold pouches just fly out. Yeah, I'm not sure if there is anything that goes into the amount of money that enemies are worth. Just that hard mode makes them spawn cash and sometimes a lot. Yeah, that's a nice shot in the arm of our finances there. But yeah, and but basically the main thing is that it goes into your stamina. If you are, I believe, bigger makes your stamina recover more slowly. I think it's how that works. But yeah, in exchange you carry more. Or either that or your stamina recovers more quickly, but you consume it faster. One of the two. There's a formula for that. Yeah, that's a fun one too. The sheltered spike lets you block. Let's get a... Trying to show off a perfect defense there. But yeah, you can attack. Basically, you can shield poke like with rapiers and spears and stuff. Pretty handy. Guard, as far as basically your guard is unbreakable, except it depletes from your stamina instead. So yeah, if you have a lot of stamina, which warrior types usually do, you can block quite a few hits and counterattack. And I think the whole purpose of that was to hit an ore vein in here, I want to say. Yeah. Alright. Let's go do that. There's a formula and it's silly. Yeah, John was thinking that being smaller might make you climb better. That would be a nice nice element to it. That would make sense. Yeah, especially being able to climb on... there is a augment that increases your climb speed on big enemies, and it's a noticeable increase. You know, if you make that a big part of your fighting style, it's definitely worth to try it. I'll add more of those things. And... always more inventory. Okay, now we can go the other way and head to the water temple. I'm so used to stopping short on my running because I'm not used to having this much stamina from when we started, but a couple levels and fighting classes, and it's a pretty good return. So, yeah, more mining. We'll have Leon do that. Enter the ruins beyond the falls. And Minion, go get it. I think that's the only spot here, too. Yeah. Let's take a look at our water physics. Obligatory benchmark test. Let's see. Any purpose to that? Ah, there he is. So yeah, you can actually pass over pretty much anywhere along the way. There's some actual rocks over there to make it faster. But if you do it from over here... Ah. Well, not as planned. Still getting used to the new controller. There we go. Yeah, but this one, the stick doesn't click in the same way as I'm used to on like the Xbox 360 ones. Oh, we've got let's go grab this while we're getting healed up. Love that splat whenever you face plant. This is how you don't do it. I had some pretty amusing deaths in doing some Dark Souls 3 offline stuff, trying to adapt to this one. Because in that one, you have to press the left stick in to jump, which, yeah. Man swallowing falls. Well, good thing we got some women here.
Oh, make her be good. Are you the Arisen, sir? I've seen no sign of Brother Jean.
Brother
Gone
Jean.
on ahead. I dearly wish I could run to his aid. And as you've seen,
At least he's being refreshingly honest about it. You know, I should have gone to help him out, but I'm just too big of a scaredy cat.
Find Jean within and see him safe.
Now, I realized something only now going in here. that I probably should have picked a job or a vocation that can float or double jump. But we have to come back anyway later, so it's probably a good. So we'll probably do this stuff then. Finish exploring it. All right. I kind of like this one. It's definitely a change of pace from the last couple of dungeons. Okay. Frickin' bats. Remember back when they were darn near kill us? Alright, then I think there's a snake somewhere. Yeah, there we are. Oh, I think that was even the last one we needed for a mission too. That's pretty cool. Yeah, there's a lot of those, like exterminate X number of pests, and there's, you know, always more, so. 300k, that's a lot of cash we've gotten just doing this quest so far. Poison cure. Gather. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember this one much at all because there's no reason to go here in the post game. And that's the last time I played Dragon's Dogma was during that. So it should be interesting. I do remember there's some fun stuff with platforming that I have to watch out for. Oh right, yeah, those guys. Okay. Yeah, let's get. Oof. There we go. Let's see, I want to use... Yeah, Shield Strike is probably a good one here because those do bludgeoning. Oh, he buffed us with Dark. Something tells me it's not going to be the most useful thing here. Yeah, not at all. Okay. Yeah, if I remember, there were... Because I knew Dark would be a bad deal in the Catacombs, but I forgot there'd be skeletons here, too. At least Leon should be able to make pretty short work of them with that hammer. Wonder what they're up. Oh, he must have gotten knocked down to a lower level or something. Let's go find out what mischief the pawns are getting themselves into. Okay, one there. Where are the others? Huh. Oh, there they are. Okay. Stay on task, guys. We'll explore in due time. Yeah, bat tech. Oh, bats are easily killed with the one skill that does an AoE slash around you. The one I just got, you mean? Oh, you meant yeah, I just got hindsight slash. That's the evasion one. I do remember to use that one more often. But no, I took off the circle, the compass slash or whatever. Yeah, Saurians are the big enemy. I remember that. That's what I was figuring. And Dark isn't as good as Ice against Saurians, but it's still, you know, not. It's still better than nothing. I mean, they don't resist it. Okay, any reason to jump up there? No. Okay, so one of these goes into what's just water right now. And one of them actually, yeah, can't go there yet. Yeah, that's the whole water temple motif, is eventually we'll have to lower, we'll have to drain the water out. Well, not drain it completely, just lower it. Okay, let's put this away for now. Nice. Yeah, the sorcerers have their melee attack is like this kind of raise their hand and a pulse of energy comes from it. This is a pretty cool way of showing that off. Just dealing with these enemies. Okay. Get that started. Okay, so I'm gonna be using hindsight slash a lot here to get away because they cover a lot of range really quickly with their attacks. Oh. Okay. There's Dark. Let's see, and you kind of flank them with Burst Slash. There we go, and go for the tail. Alright. I think I'm going to go ahead and heal up a bit too at this point. So, what do we have? Well, I think we discussed some green wash, right? Waterfall root. So leaves and roots. Interesting. Yeah, there we go. Green washes are kind of not a whole lot. They don't heal that much at this point, but okay. Where those guys come from over there? Don't see any more. Good spot for a. Always go for the tail. Okay. Nice. It does seem like elemental attacks seem to be better at damaging them. Saurian scales, all right. I'd say that's a squad dealt with and fairly efficiently. All right. You can grab everything that isn't nailed down. All right, Leon, you go mine that. No, you want to? There we go. Oh, he must be. Is he heavy? Is he, no, he's on. He's just an average. Okay. If he was heavily encumbered, then I'd start distributing some stuff. But all right. Then which way to go from here? Okay, it's over here. This way back. And aha! Oh, one of them's already dead. Interesting. What if he starts out that way? I don't think anybody ran in here to actually fight him. Unless the pawns aggroed him, that's what they were. Ah, altar lever. Okay. Somehow we knew that was down here. Drakenel mentions the mages are two standard attacks. One's like the magic bullets and the heavy attack. Oh yeah. I meant for sorcerers. Mages have a raise a staff and shoot fireballs from it, and both mages and sorcerers do that one. But the mage actually swings their staff, whereas if a sorcerer with an arcus staff will actually kind of hold up their hand and billow this, pulse of magic from it. And it hits a kind of a short range in front of them. It's pretty cool. Now, I'm always a big fan of magical basic attacks, like in Warcraft 2, where the mages would just shoot lightning from their hands as their basic move. All right. First puzzle in quotes down. And I'd say that'd be a good time to save it, but the game did it for me. Okay, let's take a look around here. So we got one spot over there to that side. We can go around to. We've got. Oh, hi Saurian. Tried to guard that one. Nice. Some people think combustion is a little overrated, but I'm a big fan of it. Okay. 800 XP a pop, too. Should be getting a level any time now. Wait, Sprawl says. Okay, I'm waiting. Warcraft 2 mages do things other than polymorph. Sometimes you need to finish off the enemy you have polymorphed. And in that scenario, then it's important to know how they physically attack. Okay. I think we're going to wait for... Oh! Welp. I was not expecting the one-shot there. Okay, so let's deal with... this also gives me a good time to show off. You might be wondering where that Saurian came from. We didn't see him in the distance, but actually you see him right in between the A shape of these ropes here. Yeah, these are cloaking Saurians. They will introduce themselves with a jump attack. And there we go. Let's go for that. All right. If the tail falls off into the drink, we're not going to be able to pick it up. Oh well. All right. So So, order everybody to attack. And let's get our mages hopefully on some offense there. Okay, fire's good. Oh, jeez. Even the splash radius from that thing did some damage. Also, I see some. You can see from the red cloud in the distance that something got brined. And I'm going to guess that was a Saurian. Okay, one of the mages switched where he was. So that means I can now kill you. Oh. Well, you see, if the Arisen gets brined, he just gets spit back out. Mystic Knights in the game, pretty cool, Drakenel says. If a skill summons an orb in front of them. Yes, Great Cannon. Yeah, the Magic Cannon, Great Cannon is an awesome, awesome skill. Alright. So once the mages are out of the way, you can take a running start and jump over there. Oh, I almost overshot the stupid thing. Okay. This is why it works a lot better to actually have float or double jump, or a class with those things. Because it makes it a lot easier to bounce around these areas. Okay, I think the next stop is over here. I hear the fight music playing, but I'm not sure who they're going after. Oh, a Saurian. And did that drop him? No, not quite. The zoom-ins are a good time to be able to know exactly... Oh, guy dropped a fish. Good time to line up your attack, too. Okay, now I think it's clear to go over here. So, you can see with... Okay, we're going to need the water drain before we can make it to that, I think. So that means keep going. And is there a Saurian here? It pays to look up in this dungeon. Yeah, I saw something else get brined there too. I'm guessing it's Saurians that are jumping off at us and missing. Either that or the pawns are blocking it and kicking them off or something. But yeah, I'm guessing those were all Saurians. And I think one of the mages must have gotten brined because they only fought the one of them. So I think that's the furthest we can go from here. And we need the water drain to get any further there. Once again, if you have a class that can double jump or float, they can make it across there and kind of sequence break a little bit. But as it is, we need to go back this way and go around. So check around. Always be checking. Okay, I think we're good. It's kind of funny that Saurians can get themselves brined and instantly killed, but... Bats. Oh, hey. That's some pretty impressive... Well, he does have a hammer. Yeah, there are 3 picks at the end. It's a wonder he's not even better at mining. Firefly stones, always good. Okay. I believe the next one is right up there. So we'll let him do his thing, and boom. Ah, love it. Is there another? Yeah, there's another one up there, it looks like. Yeah, pawns, you go get it. And also, if you're playing a mage or an archer, you can target your range attacks and shoot them down, which is a good way to start the fight. I'm picking up so few Saurian tails in this dungeon. They're always getting knocked off into the... Always getting knocked off, and then getting knocked off into the drink. Alright, anything there? Doesn't look like it. Alright, I think it's about time to top off the HP again. Seems like I've been taking the brunt of these attacks, which is fine. We're the pawns scarfing through all of our reserves. Oh, the other mage got fire blasted. I guess it must be Saurians then. Alright, I believe there's a boss fight or a mid-boss fight up here. So let's go ahead and save it. I want to say it's a Cyclops here. Oh, we got... Oh.
best recall this.
This way.
Tis certain he's dead. Yep, I would say so. There he is. Okay. Buff me up, minions. Let's get to work. All right. So he is not a armored Cyclops. This shouldn't be too bad. Ouch. It would be better if I actually managed to block those things instead of just kind of taking it on the chin. This isn't even a threat anymore. They could be a threat on hard mode still. Hey. I will not be denied. Let's see, if I can make my way to their face, you can get some good shots on the eye here. And there is a... There you go, that move is a great one for doing this. Ouch. I think it's about time I pulled back a little bit. Then as soon as this is done, I'll get some green washes to take care of the rest of the way, and then run back in. Okay. Yeah, let's see. I'll also eat the rest of them if I haven't already. I did last time, right? Yeah. There we go. Okay. Then you can usually drop them to the ground with that. Alright. Yeah, not too much of a threat, but they can still do a lot of damage if you don't time your block. It shouldn't be too bad. It's hit in half for total HP, right? Yeah, I've been sitting on the... Oh, hey. That is our first misshapen eye, which of the 3 or 4 Cyclopes we've killed, first one to actually drop one of those things. Yeah, we need, I think, 2 or 3 of them for certain enhancements. Oh, altar key. Right, we need that for that locked door earlier. The one with the suspicious orb in the middle. That is the socket in the middle. That's the orb we need for it. But yeah, I'm waiting on the Grand Grapes and pumpkins to get moldy so that they heal for more. And in the case of the grapes, you can use them to make wine, which is a really good heal for this point in the game. Okay, that's one reason why I have more weight than I usually do, because I'm usually carrying that stuff around, waiting for the stuff to ripen. If you're playing solo, you can actually save scum these chests, because all of them have like a loot table tied to them, and you can just save scum for better stuff if you want. Whether it's just more stuff that's worth more if you just want to sell it, or speaking of selling things, that's all those rings are good for. But if you just want to sell it, or if there's items that you don't want to buy, you can just try to do that until you get them. Not that I'd ever do anything like that. No. Okay. Then I think there's a spot. Yeah, there it is, directly up ahead. Let's put some stuff away. Hey, that's about time you started pulling the weight here. Okay, we'll hold on to the Saurian tails. I think I might have everybody give their tails to me if there's any left, because they are a stamina cure. So the pawns have already eaten them all. Is it stamina cure or a health cure? Yeah, stamina. So yeah, you swipe those from the pawns as soon as you can, otherwise they'll eat them, and that's out potential amount of stuff you want. I don't know what all Saurian tails go into for enhancements, but... Okay. Then, speaking of save scumming, there is a... this one, yeah. This is one of the only places in the game you can get a... I think it's like the antique panoply or something like that. Okay, so we can't get that way yet. So I'm going to be coming back to get that one off screen sometime. And once you get one, you can always have Montebank make more. But until you do... All right, let's see. Then I think from here I can... You jump off to this side, or I don't think so. Yeah, I probably could, but it's not worth the risk. So back we go. Well, that's probably another spot you could. I probably could jump it if I felt gutsy about it, but let's just go this way. All right. Yeah, we're going all the way back to that one door now. Including that thing. And I believe it was this one, right? Yeah, here we go. Let's just wave our hand over it. I don't think I ever paid attention to that the little hand on hip pose there. Yeah, when I mentioned the sequence breaking, you can see right across the way there that actually if you have you can like jump over where the ladder was, get to that far end, and then you can make your way here and skip having to do that whole thing with the Cyclops. Also, you can see the glint of a Saurian there, and I believe this is where the purple ones, the sulfur ones show up. Purple. Ouch. Yep. Good thing I saved. I wasn't expecting him to jump off quite that quickly. But my thought was I was going to block it and then hit him with Hindsight Slash.